What up, y'all? I'm back with another review, and I'm here to review the newest studio album, the eighth studio album from producer Statik Selektah, who is he's from Boston. Well, he was born in Lawrence. Okay, all right. Because terminology, who he's closely associated with, um, actually, I think they have a group. It's called 1982. He's from Boston as well. No, he's from Massachusetts. They're both from Lawrence. Okay. Alright. Okay. So, yeah, Static Selector. I've known about Static Selector for a minute now. Uh, at least since my senior year in high school. Uh, maybe at least a year before that. I know that like the first song I believe I ever heard that was produced by him was Carry On off of his album What Goes Around, the sixth album. Um, yeah, Carry On, featuring Joey Badass and Freddie Gibbs. And like, remember last year? I remember last year, 2016. I reviewed his album with King Crooked or Crooked Eye, either way. Static King, and I remember really enjoying that project. Like that intro track, like we always do it this time. This King Crooked, real Static King, man. Um, I've been waiting for this to drop because this is the first project by him that I will be reviewing. Like I said, well, no, this will be the first project by him as a solo artist that I'll be reviewing. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. How many tracks was this? It was either 18 or 19. Let me check real quick, make sure. Yeah, and it's 8, which is I'm pretty sure it's symbolizing that it's his eighth album because the last one was Lucky Seven, um, which I'm sure was to represent that it was his seventh album. And okay, so it was 18 tracks, yes, and an hour long, like exactly. Well, hour 37 seconds, but yeah, an hour long. And firstly, I want to go through some of the tracks that I'm not gonna cover. Um, First of all, I have to say shout out to him for having Prodigy on here because with the 17th track, Disrespect, man, Prodigy, the Hegelian dialectic from earlier this year, I've still gone back to this project. It's probably gonna make my top 10 hip hop albums of 2017 because just I just loved it so much off the first listen, and I kept on listening to it, and then he passes later on in the year, and it's like, damn, like rest in peace, P. Peace to Static, like respect getting P on here, man. Uh, the tracks I don't really want to speak on are tracks like Shake 'Em Up, Pull the Curtain Back. Be Real did have a nice verse on Shake 'Em Up though. Pull the Curtain Back, I didn't really need it because it was like a minute 47 seconds with no malice. No disrespect, no malice. Like that's the man right there, rapper and producer. Pusha T's brother representing Virginia. It's like no disrespect at all. um, I didn't really care about. It wasn't a bad track. It's not a bad track on here actually, but Nobody Move featuring Raekwon and Royce the 5'9". I'm not gonna lie, just a little bit of a letdown on the production side, but just from what I got from Raekwon, I was like, yeah, Royce was on his shit though. What else we got here? Oh, freaking Go Getters! Like Sean Price's his voice is so unmistakable. Like when you hear it, if you know who he is, like once you hear that voice, you know exactly who it is. Like I was just listening to this album. I didn't check the track listing or anything. I just put it on, and when I got to this track, when I heard the voice, I was like, "Yo, that's Sean P. That's Sean Price right there," and it was. So rest in peace to him as well. Man, just these legends, right? The next track that I'll speak on just a little bit is What Can We Do Parts 1 and 2, featuring Annoyed, Crime Apple, Avenue, Nick Grant, Millies, and Chris Rivers. I'm very aware of who Chris Rivers is. definitely. And Nick Grant, I remember people really enjoyed his mixtape 88, which I think was from last year. Might have been 2015. I think it was 2016. No, 88. And he released the project earlier this year. That were one of the first projects that I reviewed, actually. I forget the title of it though. Actually, and like, see, that shows you how I feel about that project because I thought it was cool, but I was kind of disappointed with that. Like, I liked 88 more. I wish I had reviewed that. Um, but let's see. Watching Myself featuring Action Bronson, that was a cool track as well. But Action Bronson, I'm just not. I just don't see the big deal. I'm just not on him like that. Like Blue Chip 7000 was a disappointment for me. I was like, this is honestly boring. I hate to say it, but man. Track number 3, put Jules on it, featuring Run the Jewels. Of course, it's gonna be fire because it's Run the Jewels. But yeah, if it had just been traditional Run the Jewels, LP producing, Mike rapping, then it would definitely it would have been better because it's Run the Jewels. You can't replace that kind of chemistry. Like you just can't match that. So yeah, and the opening track was cool. I'm pretty sure he had his daughter on there. I'm talking about like what's the name of this album, baby, and yeah. So those are just the tracks that I didn't have too much to say about. Now let's get into the tracks that I do have, uh, something more detailed to say about, which are 8 tracks on here. The first one I want to talk about is "Man of the Hour" featuring 2 Chainz and Wiz Khalifa. This is a very smooth, groove, wavy type of beat. Just saying like I am man of the hour. Wiz doing his thing. 2 Chainz just riding the beat like this, like he should be. Reminded me of a similar artist, who was actually featured on here, but we'll get into that. The next track is "Get Down," Wale and Phil Ade. This gave me such a classic Wale vibe, like DMV shit, man. Like, why couldn't Wale stay on this? Why? Like every now and then, like on that Groundhog Day, that was that was the that was the diss to J. Cole. But when he released a project last year, like a little EP slash mixtape, and it had that classic Wale vibe on there, and I was like, what happened to this? Not that freaking Sunset, Summer on Sunset Boulevard or whatever that was, not that. Even though they did have a freaking banger on there for me, Gangsta Boogie, Gangsta Boogie, Gangsta Boogie. But other than that, um, it's that classic Wale vibe, man. It's like, what happened? Like, what happened? Shit. But peace to Wale anyway. She representing the DMV. Next one I want to talk about is "Ain't a Damn Thing Changed," featuring G-Eazy, Joey Badass, and Anissa. Um, G-Eazy was very impressive with his flow and vibe on his verse, I have to say, and from everybody just saying like given all the cash and all the fame, nothing really has changed. I remember Jeezy said like the home worth $2 million, but I'm still eating ramen noodles. And I was like, God, man, and I just like ramen noodles anyway. Um, whether you're poor, like people just like ramen noodles. I don't know if that's really well. Of course, people who aren't as fortunate may be eating ramen noodles more than the person who has it better than them financially, at least. But if my house worth $2 million, I'm sure I got a nice piece of change. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep eating ramen noodles, man. Like money ain't tight. Come on now. But I can't blame that man for the way he living. So yeah. The next track I want to talk about is but you don't hear me though, featuring the Locks in M-Tune, bars, and this is all artists are saying like I'm missing the old school hip hop, but I'm cool with the new stuff. But I'm gonna keep it old school myself because they are old school artists. In the sense that they came sort of coming out in the mid to late '90s, and in the early to mid 2000s, they really, especially Jadakiss, uh, show that there could be a prominent solo artist. So yeah, and like just talking about the new sounds, like I'm gonna take it down south, and I'm gonna do trap, but it's gonna be my style and things like that. So yeah, next one I'm gonna talk about is "Don't Run," featuring Joyner Lucas. Here, Joyner saying like his mom always told him, like, you can't run, like, you know, just stand up to your problems, don't run. And I love how this beat is almost atmospheric, but a boom bap banger somehow at the same time. Like, Pete, props to Statik Selektah, man. Like, just damn, and props to Joyner Lucas, man. What a year he has had. The album that he dropped. I forget because I just trying to remember that name of that album because of it's a phone number that I'm not texting or calling, you know, and it ain't 911 either. That's not something I text obviously and don't call. So, but I know that, but I don't know that damn number by heart. Like I don't know whatever the 1-800 was for Logic song, Suicide Hotline song. So, but yeah, what a year for Joyner Lucas, man, dropping that album, which I thought was a mixtape at first, but it was an album apparently. Um, freaking dropping the I'm Not Racist track, which just got so much attention, still getting a lot of attention right now. And now you're featured on Statik Selektah's album. It's like, what a year Joyner Lucas has had. Like, man. Next, Slept to Death, featuring Currency and Cousin Stiz. Currency was the one I was telling you about when I said 2 Chainz, the way he sounded on that first beat on Man of the Hour reminded me of a certain artist. I was talking about Currency, and I remember seeing this on Twitter. Like I saw it was trending, and I was like, "What? Slept to death? Like somebody sleep to death?" But no, it was this track, and it's just a riding and vibing track. Like I mean, it's freaking Currency. So what do you really expect? You just something to just chill, ride, and vibe to. And Cousin Stiz representing Boston, like. Cousin Stiz, his mixtape Manda, it was one of the best mixtapes of 2016, I remember. So yeah, like two very good artists who actually, believe it or not, have similar styles in the sense that they can be on a beat like this. The next track I want to talk about is Everything Show Me Love, featuring P&B Rock and Lil Fame. This was a nice P&B Rock feature on the hook, because I come from the slums, I come from the streets where them niggas selling drugs and all that shit. He was going. I was like, so that's what this dude. He's really showing me something that I like from him. If it's true what he did to Lil B with whoever the other little dude was, then whoever the other dude was, then that's some hoe shit. But this was a good track. I gotta give it to him. And Lil Fame just, I mean, he's on some. God, he is on some gutter shit right here. God dang, like forget Lil. It sounds like he big. He big Fame. Damn it. Like I mean, just like this beat, his delivery, his vocal delivery is cold, hard, gritty, and just on some street shit. Like man, this is a banging track. Like it fits the vibe of like the what the season is right now. Like it's just cold, dark, and gritty. It's gloomy outside. Like this track is that. And last but not least, All Said and Done, featuring Plays and Jules Santana. Very gospel, well, almost okay. A gospel vibe at first, the first part of this track, and then the beat switched to like a very buzzy, jazzy, hypnotic type of thing. And yeah, I really love that. And I really like this album. Like this is a very good album. I expect nothing less given who's featured on here and just who the producer is. It's Statik Selektah. So yeah, really enjoyed this project. I'd have to give it like a 7.25 to a 7.5 out of 10. Like very good project. Like this will definitely make best albums of December 2017. If I do a best of December 2017 video. It'll probably make the quarter, like the fourth quarter of 2017, second half maybe of 2017, maybe. But yeah, if you've heard this project, go ahead and let me know what you think about it in the comment section below, what you think about my review on it. And if you haven't heard this project, I definitely recommend that you check it out. And that's pretty much it. You know what to do. Hit the description so you can get my everything. If you're not connected with me on social media, my PlayStation Network, if you're not on my Patreon or on Bandcamp, PayPal, Square Cash, Venmo, those 5 in particular are for if you want to support my movements as far as YouTube, music, entertainment, etc., at least financially. But you're doing more than enough to support just by watching this video. And I feel like there was one more thing I wanted to say. No, oh, hit the like button, share the video if you like it, and subscribe to the channel if you're new and you like what you've seen. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.